Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description.
Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Today, we're talking about Gabbie Hanna because since the big release of her series and all of the backlash that has followed from a number of other creators on the internet and also just the audience, the people that have been watching, the reaction from Twitter, all sorts of social media, people have not been on Gabbie Hanna's side because of the videos that have come out and the reactions that people have had. The response to these videos have really just hurt a lot of people and not made Gabbie look good at all. And so following the more recent video of Jessie Smiles responding to Gabbie Hanna, Gabbie has pretty much been a little MIA from the internet and exclusively just been posting on Patreon and very much keeping it to her close fans and hasn't been posting on YouTube. And people have been left wondering if she was actually going to be continuing her series because she did say that there was more to come. She said she had a whole 2-part series on Jessie, which people have been begging her not to post, especially after Jessie's last video where she basically went through the entire situation that has ever gone on between her and Gabbie and just expressed that every single year she's having to relive a horrific event in her life just because Gabbie wants to bring it up. Every single video that Gabbie has made in the series, whoever she is talking about has come out, responded, and not made her look any better. I know that Gabbie is really trying to express her side of the stories of all the dramas that she's ever been in, but her explanation for the things that have happened have not made her look good at all. Gabbie's social media silence had people even more worried and hoping that she really does take this time to focus on her and not focus on the series, not post the series. And Gabbie did come back with an Instagram story that people were a little concerned by. It was her in the car lip syncing to an Olivia Rodrigo song, and everybody was just like, I hope you're good. And so, like I said, she really hasn't been online and she hadn't posted a video since Jessie's last response to her until now. You guys, yesterday, Gabbie Hanna posted a video to her YouTube channel titled, Sorry, I'm Late. And the video is her in the bathtub singing. It's honestly a little uncomfortable. It's unsettling, that's what I'll say. Because I know that she just cannot be fully okay because the backlash has been very extensive. But I will say, I really like the song. I like the song that she's singing in this. I really was into the song that she was singing in this bathtub. But it was very unsettling. She's just looking in the camera, doing these weird poses, and she's sitting in there singing this song. And I like the song, but it is concerning. And she posts in the description this very long essay about the future of the series, how she's doing, what she's been up to, how she feels, and all this stuff. So I'm going to read that to you guys. It says, I felt my mental health being compromised, so I took a step back to be a person, touch some grass, pet my cats, see my friends, write some music, paint mostly. I knew coming into this that it would be difficult, but I wasn't able to handle it the way I thought I was. This series is and always has been about healing, so if it gets to a place where it's no longer serving that purpose, I'm not going to push myself in a direction that's hurting more than it's helping. This series is not about drama. It's about my life and processing trauma. Unfortunately, a lot of that does involve people who consistently wrap me in drama online. Trust me, I hate it too. This series is simply a documentation of a life not many people experience or see. It was also meant to be a commentary on the constant targeted harassment and exploitation of women in the media. It's meant to serve as a tool in shedding light on a very trivialized and misunderstood mental disability, ADHD. In starting this series, I was also just starting treatment. As I was editing, I was able to look back at the situations I was describing and recognize how my lack of understanding and treatment exacerbated otherwise trivial situations. I began medicating shortly after I finished filming, and it changed my life. I spent so much of my life feeling like an alien on Earth, not understanding why I thought so differently than other people, wondering why things that felt earth-shattering to me felt insignificant to the rest of the world. If If someone had sat me down and explained to me that I don't process the world the same as most other people because my brain didn't develop like most other people, I would have spent a lot less time wanting to my brains out. This is a topic that is very dear and important to me. Men and women experience ADHD differently. Age at which you recognize and get treatment makes you experience ADHD differently. The type of ADHD, inattentive, hyperactive, combined type, makes you experience ADHD differently. Comorbidities and past trauma make you experience ADHD differently. The way you were raised makes you experience ADHD differently. The level of severity makes you experience ADHD differently. To say someone's disability doesn't affect them in a certain way because it doesn't affect you a certain way is incredibly ableist. A lot of people with opinions on my series haven't watched it. They watched videos talking about me without taking the time to listen to me. It sucks, but it's life. This series is my art. It's meant to be consumed in its entirety, not in bits and pieces. I created it so I could stop obsessing, and for all intents and purposes, it worked. I feel myself healing and moving on. I wanted to tell my side and never speak of it again, and I failed at the beginning by engaging online. Surprise, I'm impulsive and defensive. I'm also human. I found myself wanting to explain myself again and wanting to combat every new lie. Then I took a step back into the real world where I'm pretty happy and a chill person. Online, I'm a version of me that I really can't stand. From here on out, I'm offline entirely. I really hope you enjoy the rest of this series. I put a lot of time and energy into it. It helped me find myself as a person and an artist and pushed me to places I was too scared to go creatively. I'm very excited to share that with you. So this is a lot to take in, definitely a lot to process. And the one thing that I will say is that we are finding out that the series will go on. Gabbie is going to be putting out the rest of the series, it seems, from the very last bit here in the paragraph. I mean, wow, I didn't think that she was going to continue the series, mostly because a lot of people were begging her not to. But you know, if she does go ahead and post this 2-part video that she says she has on Jessie Smiles, I don't think that will be a very good look, but who knows? I mean, it sounds like she's going to put that out. I will say that the other thing that really strikes me, and I've noticed a lot of people on Twitter mentioning this, is that she says a lot of people with opinions on my series haven't watched it. There's a lot of people who have watched it and are very upset by the series. A lot of people. And I don't think it's just people that don't like Gabbie, so they don't like anything that she puts out. There are people that really tried to go into this understanding Gabbie, really hearing out her side, but in certain situations, people have really just been like, Gabbie, these things are unacceptable. Things that you did, the things you said, the things you're saying, this is not okay. This is affecting other people's lives. This is hurtful. This is just not professional. This is not okay. And it's really had people angry, had people upset, wanting to come at her and be like, you are wrong. This is not good. And I mean, for her to say that a lot of people that don't like it just didn't watch it, I think that's a little untrue. I think there are a lot of people that have watched it, heard her out, and still just do not like it. But, you know, Gabbie says that this series has been healing, so she cannot be, you know, that upset with the response to everything. If she feels like this has been healing, then it must have been nice for her in some way, and maybe the backlash hasn't really affected her all that much, but it certainly has been a lot. And if it does continue, I definitely don't think this is going to be the last time that we really do ever talk about the series and what has been said and what is going on and the reactions and all of that. I also want to mention that people did think that Gabbie meant she was going to be leaving the internet forever when she said she was offline entirely in this paragraph, but I honestly just believe that she means during the rest of the series she's not going to be online. And she just seemed really upset with herself that she reacted to online criticism during the release of the other episodes in the series, and she says going forward, like, she's just not going to do that until the series is over, mostly because I don't think that she would have promoted all of her social media in the description and in the video itself if she was going to be offline forever. So that is that. I just wanted to mention that because people did think that she was leaving the internet for good. So I definitely want to know what you guys think about Gabbie saying all of this, continuing the series. Do you think it's a good idea for her to finish it out? Let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.